Hi, this is Professor CC19, and today's video is the start of a brand new series. I am so excited, but before we get to that, recently King has begun a policy of changing and removing features in Candy Crush Saga against the expressed will of the players. If you've played Candy Crush and believe the company should value players over profits, please go to kingcommunity.com and leave a comment in this discussion thread regarding changes to sugar drops, speaking out against the 5 sugar drop limit. If enough of us speak out, our voices have to be heard. So welcome to Let's Play Candy Crush, a brand new series on my channel that's dedicated to having fun with the game. This is going to be minimalistic when it comes to walkthrough and tutorials. I'm going to have a lot of boosters, and as you can see, the game has just kicked me back to the top, so I'm going to switch, and it brings me back to the bottom. That's a little trick I learned. But yes, so I'm not going to be focusing on the walkthroughs. I have completely loaded up with the latest minigame, Lovely Letters, for Valentine's Day. 2 color bombs, 2 stripes, wraps, and 3 extra moves for every level. And we're just going to be starting at the beginning of the game. And I say we because Angel is back with me, if you remember from the final day of the Christmas countdown.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, it's great to have you back for this. And also, if you've seen level 3309 video on my channel, this is going to be dedicated less to tutorial, although I will start, and more to some just play and banter. I love that word. So we're going to start with level 1. It's the only level in the game that's impossible to lose. And I will explain a few features of the tutorial. Pardon the sound if it goes in and out a little bit. Hopefully you can still hear everything. So anyway, we would typically have 6 moves to score 600 points. Actually, 300 points is 1 star to beat the level. As you can see, we have all our boosters. We now have 9 moves. And just a little bit of what Candy Crush Saga is. It is a match 3 game. So our job is to get 3 or more of one color in a row or column. When we make a match of 3 or more, the candies clear out and others line up for 3 in a row. That's called a cascade, and it gives us additional points. Color bombs, these disco balls, are created when we match 5 in a row. Striped candies, as you can see here, horizontal and here vertical, are created when we match 4 in a row in a certain direction. And wrapped candies, as you can see here, are created when we have a T or L-shaped match. And color bombs are the biggest points getters, so right off the bat, I'm just going to take out all orange, and we already have enough points to beat this level. There's also combinations. That's cool. We have a color bomb wrapped with this yellow. That's going to turn all the yellow into wrapped, and that's going to give us a huge explosion. There's a lot of other combinations. Hopefully we get to see them throughout this, I wouldn't call it a stream, but this video. So I'll just play through this. See, this is different from the 3309 video because I actually have to somewhat think because I have to see this. I was just letting the screen go then. So anyway, it's now February. Recently, here we get to make a color bomb with the yellow 5 in a row. So recently there was the announcement of the Alga Olympics 4 new teams for 2020. We had the Coral Reefers, Onyx Orbs, Navajo Rollers, and the first ever multicultural team, Skyan. So leave a comment below if you've seen that video. If not, you can find the link in the description. I'm going to be throwing a lot of links out here. And see if you like any of the original teams or if you want to root for someone new. What do you think of the new teams this year? Were you hoping for something different, or you like these?
I think they're pretty cool. The Onyx Orbs is probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
But my original one is always going to be the Ultraviolets.
Classic purple. And oddly enough, even though despite their floundering in the first year, they rebounded strong with their potential in 2019, they're actually one of the most popular teams. We're going to hit next and go to the next level, level 2. This is really supposed to be the tutorial level. It's supposed to show you some of the specials, but we'll see if we can get any other combos. Yeah, Onyx Orbs, the difference with their team, they are partially transparent, so I guess they're almost a cross between Ultraviolets and Team Transparent, but the tracers are smaller, and that's kind of the odd thing out about them. There's not going to be as much of an Alg Olympics preseason as there was last year. I know 2019 there was the duels, there was the preseason tournament, which is my longest video on record. But that honestly took a lot out of me to make, and there's not really going to be as large a preseason. There'll probably be one video with the teams that did not qualify for 2019, so Aquamarines, Foresters, Team Moonglow, and Brownies, and then we go straight to the qualifiers. Well, they're not broken into groups this year, so it is going to hopefully be one medium-length video. And I am going to dedicate myself to trying to make the Alg Olympics video shorter this year, as several people have pointed out. They get kind of out of hand against my intentions. So anyway, in real time, I'm not sure. I'm hoping this video gets out later today. Today is, what is today? February 4th, 2020. And what is going on in the world today?
Well, today is actually my friend Maria's birthday.
Oh,
20.
Happy birthday to Maria. Is she the one? Oh no, that was a different. I'm thinking of a different Maria for the notes for the Christmas countdown. But yeah.
Yeah, she sat next to me in statistics.
Yeah, the Christmas countdown actually worked pretty nicely. The biggest video is actually sandwiched right in the middle of the Christmas countdown. In a matter of a month, became the third most popular video on my channel regarding the chocolate box, which I think I'm collecting it right now. I'm collecting blue. I think I'm collecting blue. But yeah, the chocolate box feature, and that's coming into play here. Hopefully we'll see if we collected enough blue to fulfill one of the orders. Let's enter into our power-up section. Complete the chocolate box. We have collected 257 of 320, so we need some more as we go into level 3. So yeah, February 4th, Super Bowl Sunday was this past weekend, and slight divide in who we were rooting for.
Yes, I was for the 49ers.
And I was for Kansas City Chiefs, and they won, but either way, it was a great game.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Both teams had their highlights. I think all of them were strong players. And it's funny because you're into football.
Yes, I am. And there was actually a part of the game that made me slightly mad because there was a point where the Kansas City Chiefs were declared to have a touchdown, but the ball barely even crossed the line. Yeah. I don't think it should have counted, but they counted it towards them anyway.
To be completely honest, even as a person who was rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs, I didn't think that would have counted.
Yeah, it really shouldn't have.
But honestly, that's why I was so glad that they had another touchdown after it, because I would have felt bad, even though my team had won, and I hate picking the losing team. It's like on the 100 things I hate list that I mentioned in the last banter video, but even rooting for them, I think it would have been less satisfying having them win on a controversial play. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that it wouldn't have mattered because they scored again.
Yeah. I actually left my brother's because that's where I was viewing the Super Bowl at about 2 minutes before it was over, because there was no point in even watching it at that point. It was so far ahead.
See, that was so odd because my uncle, he stopped watching it when the San Francisco 49ers went up 20-10. Oh. And so he went to bed and he got his sleep, which is something I haven't gotten a heck of a lot of lately. But he missed the entire...
the whole second half.
Yeah, pretty much. He missed the major events that changed the outcome of the game. I have no idea who he was rooting for, but... and at one point when the Chiefs scored a touchdown when they got to 20-17, the fun fact about the Super Bowl day was, A, it was my grandfather's birthday, and B, it was the first palindrome in 799 years. Oh, yeah. 02/02/2020. The first since 12/21/12/21.
Yeah, and the next one won't be for another, 111 more years?
Actually, no.
Or no?
The next one's next year.
Is it?
It should be December the 2nd, 12/02/2021.
I don't believe so, because unless it's the 12th.
12/02.
December 2.
So 1, 2,
We're thinking
1, 2, 21, 21.
it's 20. It's not 21, 21.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So it would be 1, 2, 0, 2, 20, 21. And the backwards is 1, 2.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
We get to experience another great moment in our lives. We don't have to wait 800 years. Okay, we're entering into level 4 now. We're soon to make it to jelly levels and change the topic of our discussion slightly. So part of the reason I decided to do, this is the level that's supposed to teach you how to do a stripe wrap combo. If I match the orange wrapped and the yellow stripe right here, it's going to create a swath of 3x3, 3 columns and 3 rows to take them out. If I were to do the stripe with these 2 purples, whichever one I touched first would become the pivotal candy, and that would be the one that takes out the column. In fact, I think I can show you both. I'm touching the one on the left first, pushing it right, so it becomes the column it takes out, the one on the right. There we go. And we get to have a detonation celebration with this stripe wrap combo, some big moves. So part of the reason I was going to say that I decided to do this is recommendation from the fans about keeping it light, about not being focused so much on the game, when sometimes I try to emphasize it is just a game, although it is easy to become passionate about it, especially with the issues regarding King, and I'm trying to keep that in mind as I record, because I do want the game to be player friendly and the will of the players to get through, especially with the changes that have been made recently. But speaking of changes, that is the main reason I decided to start from these lower levels. A, they're easy, and B, a lot of them have changed. And it's going to be good to cover them again. I have old videos from when my channel started on the old platform of the original versions, which were perfectly fine. I don't know why they had to change, but these levels are fairly easy. A couple of them look a lot different. So I think it was important to at least keep you informed and the new players informed on the best way to progress early on in the game. All right, there we go. Level 4 is completed, and I'm going to try and pick up the pace here. All right, there we go. We have our yellow chocolate for the chocolate box. I don't have a heck of a lot of space, but I want to get through as many levels as possible because I don't want this series to go on forever. But what else? Our palindromes. My very first, when I learned about palindromes is one thing I discovered on my own. The old I Spy books.
I used to use those all the time in elementary school for recess. They were so much fun.
There was the board game, and then there was the books. See, I remember the board game, playing it with my nephews, and the 2 of them that were older than me, they would always find them first, and then one is younger, and then I would find it over him, so I would be in a perpetual third place, and I was so excited when I found one, and only to realize that 2 other people had already found it. But the books is really what was the staple when I was growing up. The school days, the Halloween, Christmas, all year, they had the different themed ones. And I think it was the Halloween one where I learned about palindromes. Is one thing I looked up for myself because, what was it? It was it has like a witch's cauldron, like a haunted house type thing for the Halloween. And one of the things you had to find was a small palindrome, of which I had no clue. So I looked it up in the dictionary. And it turned out that lion oil, the witch's cauldron, was the palindrome. So that's me thinking back. That's a long way back. I'm surprised I actually remember some of this. But anyway, one thing that has been funny over the past, well, I wouldn't say funny per se in the past few days, week. I don't know how much of the impeachment trials anyone's been watching. I don't want to dwell on it too much because it's not the right topic per se for a gaming video, but I don't know if you know this, but one of the rules for the senators during the impeachment hearing was they couldn't have any electronic devices.
Oh, really?
So I'm just there. Oh, I have 7 moves left. I thought that would end. So I'm watching them thinking. Now, these went on for hours. The first day went till 2 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
that without Candy Crush, that would have been so bad. I think I could be a senator the rest of the year when they can play on their phones, but I could never make it that one day. And some of them were boring, honestly. That some of the days were boring, but there we go. See, now when I'm making moves, it ends unexpected. But the last couple days, it got like really tense. Like when they voted for witnesses for, in this case, against, but that day was tense. Like you could cut it with a knife, and yeah. But the days before that were kind of boring. I went through a whole bag of jalapeno poppers trying to spice things up and gain some weight. That sounds odd, but I'm trying to actually. But yeah, that last day, a jalapeno popper in that room would have caused the room to explode. It was just tense. Jalapeno politics, that's what's...
They're very spicy.
That's what's going to be tonight. It's the State of the Union. Oh, yeah.
I have not been keeping up on any of that, honestly.
See, I'm kind of a political junkie, even though some of it kind of is infuriating. Mm-hmm. Some of it's boring, but it's interesting to follow. Now, this is the first jelly level, level 6. We need to clear the translucent material, of which there are 12 on the board. Basically, the highlighted section is silverish. It'll get whitish when we have double thick jelly, and it means we need to make moves, or at least some action on that portion of the board. I'm just going to go all out. Color bomb wrap. This should end the level. Actually, no, but close. That took out 11. We can make a match. Hits that square. There we go. That was fast. But yeah, I think I can market that new term, jalapeno politics. To spice things up when it's boring, but then it gets on edge. I'm trying to figure out what I would eat, because I still want to eat, even when it's on edge. So maybe like chocolate, something with chocolate.
Chocolate or anything salty. My favorite's the Smart Food popcorn.
Oh yeah. And I have a drink sitting here. By the way, we're not sponsored by anything, but wink, wink, I would love to be. We're just going to go all out. Why not? I have a drink sitting here, and I'm realizing that I have half of it left. It's nice and healthy, nice and tasty. It makes my lips all red. But I can't drink it because I'm holding the phone and playing Candy Crush and trying to think at the same time. Oh, wait, one more. Okay. That's with 50 moves to spare, level 7. That's what's so great about the mini games. And if you can't earn raw boosters, my advice is go for the mini games. Play some easy levels like down in the single digits, maybe level 606. That's a quickie. You can just switch the frog to the right, make a match with the purple under him, and you can beat the level in 2 moves every time. But those kind of levels where you can load up all 5 levels of the mini games and just let her rip on any level you may be stuck on. This one, let's take it a little slower. Take out purple. That's your favorite color.
Mm-hmm. Always go for the purple.
Mm-hmm. And soon I will go for the orange. Even though that's not the smartest move, because we needed to take out all red. Red used to be my favorite color. And now that we need red, now that we can get red, we need to take out all blue. Well, let's do blue, because I want to beat the level. One thing that's unusual, I think, in regards to Candy Crush about the mini games, I once actually had to uninstall Candy Crush from my phone because of Norton saying that malware was detected stemming from Candy Crush. I reinstalled it a few months later, nothing, no problems ever since then. But what was odd about it is Norton seemed to be very specific on how it tracked the malware back. And it made it sound very likely that there was a glitch with Lovely Letters, the mini game that's the equivalent of the Space Race, or the what's it called for Christmas? I forget what it's called for Christmas, but the Lovely Letters, the same mini game as the same effect as the other mini games. Something in it was traced back to that malware. So odd with Lovely Letters. Maybe be a little bit careful. Scan anything. Hopefully there's no other problems with this. Let's take out all. There's no red on this level. Let's do green. I look back. I actually watched the that video that we did, the first video we did for the Christmas special. I've watched it a couple times on there. That was so good.
Yeah.
It's been really popular. Thanks to all you who commented. Michael from Texas wishing us a Merry Christmas. The sad thing is those comments can't go directly into the video. If they could, I absolutely would have put them there for some extra celebration. Moving on to level 10 to end Candy. And who's the other one? Rachel, also for wishing us Merry Christmas, both of us, in that video. Thank you to all who liked and maybe subscribed via that video. It was definitely fun to make. Look how big this board is. Look how much purple is on that board. There's hardly any blue, though. I'm going to go purple because I love that. I love making you happy. I love making people happy. That's why I started this series. But yeah, that literally beat the level.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Definitely a good choice.
Yay, purple. Oh, let's see. Waiting for things to slow down here. Maybe we can hit skip. Trying to think what else is going on. I'm going to hit skip because, well, let's see. There have been unusual things with the skip button in the past. Level 3309, I talked about it last time. For some odd reason, it only gives you 12 to 14 million.
Only.
Whenever, yeah, okay, so I'm skipping the graphics. I don't care about the graphics. 1,033,000. Now that's not an only, because that's unusual for level 10. But on level 3309, that it only gives you 12 million points if you hit skip. If you don't, it gives you usually a lot more, like 50 million, 70 million. So I find it kind of odd. Now, welcome to episode 2, Candy Factory and Ingredients Drop levels. We need to get this cherry down to the green arrows. Early in the game, they're on the bottom of the board. Later in the game, they can be in all sorts of weird places. So let's take out all orange. And I'm going to create some cascading. Later in this series, we'll talk about sugar drops, the point of concern of crushers in this latest issue regarding King. Here we can take out red, the cherry's down at the bottom, and we beat the level. But yeah, sugar drops are introduced around level 50. It used to be 36. I'm not sure anymore, actually, because of all the changes. But the change of limiting it to 5 would not only do that, but it would also mean that the unlock level for sugar drops would be 501. Now, in the scheme of the game, that's about 1/13 the way in the game.
I think
But
I've made it to about level 300 or
in the
so.
in the original or in soda?
And the original.
Oh, okay. All right, so moving on to 12. These are going quicker now because we actually get Sugar Crush. On the points levels, only the first playthrough gives you Sugar Crush when you meet the goal. On jelly levels and ingredients level, you get Sugar Crush, which is all your leftover moves get converted to extra points as soon as you complete the mission. So when I do this, we can bring all 3 ingredients down. I love this. This makes it so easy. It's so much more fun to do it with boosters instead of my regular walkthroughs. But yeah, what was I saying? About level 500 something?
Yeah, about how it's 1/13 of the way.
Yeah, there's like 600. There's like 6,300 and some levels in Candy Crush now. I'm on 5,466 as of today. I have to update my channel introduction video, but I feel like I'm never going to make it to the end of the game. I feel like I hit skip and it made it go slower. What time is it? I don't know. Okay, that clock is slow. Okay, so I'm going to try and get a couple more in before we finish this here. Running out of things to talk about. Hit me with something.
Pokemon Go. They actually just had an event that ended yesterday, and it was all red Pokemon were spawning. And so I went to the local park with my brother on the last day, and the very first Pokemon that I clicked on was the one that I wanted. It was a shiny Magikarp.
Wow.
He says that I screamed so loud that the entire car shook.
You have some sort of magic properties to your screens because they normally don't do that.
Well, I was very excited to say the least.
Yeah, you got talk about luck.
Yes, I did.
I have no idea what any of that means regarding Pokemon Go, but that sounds wonderful. Actually, I know a little bit of what you said. There's like a yellow team, a red team, and a blue team.
Yes.
And one of them is like obsolete, is like very rare.
Yes, the yellow
Yellow,
team
okay.
is not
Okay.
as common, and there's a huge rivalry between the blue team and the red team, which are Valor and Mystic. Go Valor.
Ah.
That has been my team since the beginning of the game back in 2016.
Welcome to game crossovers. People are out there like, what am I watching on screen? Is this what? Now, wrapped combo. This is going to create a bigger explosion. Not as effective since it's in the corner, but it's going to shake the board. That's one of the things about about the graphics in the new platform. This one's actually going to go slower. About the stripe wrap combo and some of the bigger combos that literally shake the board in the graphics, like your scream shook the car. I have days when I wish I could return to the old platform and the timed levels in their original glory, but I appreciate the mini games of the new platform. I actually went back to the old platform for a day on my computer, on my PC. I used to record on my PC, now it's all on my phone, as I have a new PC now to record Algodo on, so things should be quicker, not as laggy. Thumbs up there. But going back to the old platform, my level was 1840. That was really far back in the day, but really far back for me now. And it was a lot harder, so I'm glad. Despite some of the graphics problems, not to make it sound horrible, but I'm glad I switched to the new platform. All right, let's see. We need to collect 6 ingredients on this one in 21 moves. Take out all orange. That should make it go quickly. They should spawn quickly on this one, I think, level 15. Now, if you were playing this first time round, you would have been introduced to several boosters in the game by now. You can see some of them, in-game boosters on the side. Lollyhammers, I have 73 of them, which is an all-time record for me. They allow you to hit one square of the board and remove it, change what's on it, and in this case, it would be to bring an ingredient all the way down. It could be to strike a jelly. Switch hands, of which I have 27, the little red hand on the far, what is that, left of the screen. They allow you to make a switch between 2 candies that don't match, which you typically can't do. UFOs, I have 3 of them. They are definitely more rare. Now let's talk about the rarity of things. I feel like that sounds more like Pokemon now.
Yes, for shinies, actually, they have a 1 in 416 chance of being shiny. I think that's roughly the number.
Wow.
So I have a whole bunch of them. I have over 120.
Wow.
But
how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since the second day after it came out, back in 2016.
Wow. I said wow a lot.
Most of them are actually from community days where the shiny rate is boosted to about 1 in 24 or so. So it's not as impressive as it would have been with 1 in 400 some odds.
Well, you know that's more rare than UFOs will be in Candy Crush. You know the numbers for Pokemon. I know them for Candy Crush. This level used to be a heart shape, and it used to have things falling into place, and you could score like 1,000,000 points. Now it's limited to like maybe 300,000, but still fairly easy. We get a lot more 4-color boards where we lack red and yellow early in the game now when they changed it. That's one good thing of the change. But yeah, UFOs, of which I have 3, I say they're rare. You can earn them in Dexter's top level space race, which is, it takes a while to get to that. Also, if you get 5,000 points in the Fantastic Five, where you and other players are putting your efforts together to earn enough points to earn rewards, but really not a heck of a lot of other ways to earn UFOs. You can't get them through sugar drops. You can get them at milestone levels, like when you hit 1,000, 2,000, that kind of thing. I don't think there's a reward for 1,000, though. But yeah, the effect of them is they will spawn 3 wrapped candies on the board. They can be really effective boosters. And then 2 of them down below, they're in green, which means I don't have any. The rarest, the striped candy there, or striped brush as it typically is known, it allows you to paint stripes on any candy, horizontal or vertical. It's the most customizable feature of the game, which is why I love it. It's not that helpful, but it's good for a very specific situation. And the other one down here on the bottom left is the Party Popper. It is the rarest booster in the game, the most expensive, of which I have been saving gold bars because I actually do want to show it in a video eventually. But it literally will wipe the board clean of one layer of everything and then spawn, I think, 4 or 5 specials onto the board. So a color bomb, a wrapped, a striped, some fish, a coconut wheel. They will all go off immediately. So it has a huge effect. And right now I'm trying to figure out how to collect this coconut wheel, hazelnut, not coconut. And there we got it. 17 moves left on level 17. And there are boosters you can bring into the game at the start of different proportion. A color bomb, you can bring in 1, a stripe wrapped, 1 of each. Coconut wheels on ingredients drop level, they can spawn 3 stripes in one direction as you roll them across the board. But the beauty of them is they become part of the mix, so you see more than just 1 at the start. Same for fish and jelly levels, they spawn 3 brethren of fish that will strike jelly or bad stuff on the board like chocolate. And then lucky candies, we'll get to that way later on in the game, probably by episode like 8 of this series, on order levels where you can get exactly what you need to beat the level. Now, this is one of those that has changed big time. The white material on the bottom is double thick jelly for the first time. And we can do your beautiful purple stripe combo again. Get a lot of this gone. Take out all blue. I don't think we've gotten a chance to do that too often with blue. And make another color bomb. Now, one thing I think I need to mention in regards to this is Susie Fuller, my counterpart, the gaming guru now, with the Fallout with King. Part of the inspiration for this series, I don't want to say, I'll say influential partially, but it's not like a ripoff. It's not my intention to do that, because I will say, I have been watching her new channel with her son, Bennett, Flawed Family Gaming. And if you like retro, or I don't know how modern some of them are, because I don't really know that much about other games, but if you like this style, you should watch Flawed Family Gaming. It is delightful. It can be funny. It can have some serious gaming in it, but I don't think that's their intention. But yeah, wishing them all the best as I try to grow this channel. I know Susie was the original Candy Crush guru with walkthroughs, and I try and make improvements as I can, keep up with the game. Not necessarily her, but the game is hard enough to keep up with. But yeah, we are almost done with this, I think. The last 2 levels I can get done in maybe 2 minutes. So we can finish Candy Factory, the 2nd episode. And anything else we can talk about? Food. I just blurted that out.
My favorite food is actually pierogies, which, yeah, that's very popular in the area we live in. So
yeah. Northeastern United States.
Yes.
New England area.
It's a very Polish thing, if anyone doesn't know what they are. It's basically dumplings that have mashed potatoes and cheese in them, and they are incredible.
They can have a lot of things other than that. They can have.
Typically that's
what they have. The potatoes and cheese are good. My father is funny because he grew up. I am partially Polish, also partially German, which makes it kind of weird. But
me too, actually.
Makes it kind of weird because you think when you go through history, you're like, oh, we were the ones who were, and they were the ones who, like our ancestors really hated each other.
Yeah. How times change.
Yeah, how different Germany is now. But yeah, my father's funny about it because apparently he grew up with prune pierogies. Prunes, dried plums. I don't know. He's always, when he goes to the restaurants that have pierogies, there's some that have a lot of options, and most of them, like you said, potato and cheese. Some of them have jalapeno politics. But he always is like prune, and he's like, what kind of place doesn't have prune pierogies? And like, Dad, you realize that nowhere you've been have prune pierogies, meaning that It should be the other way around. What place can you find that does have prune pierogies?
Yes, that's definitely an interesting combination.
Yeah.
But I actually go to a whole bunch of different church bazaars over the summer, and the two most popular ones are the potato and cheese and farmer's cheese.
Oh, I think those are the best pierogies.
Yes.
The farmer's cheese is delicious.
I love the farmer's cheese.
Oh, wow, this level is really different. They changed this level even more than I expected. This, by the way, is a points level, and you literally don't have to do anything to win here. We already have enough points on the first turn, but we have to try and wait it out. I'm going to try and make small moves because we need to end this. But yeah, my favorite food is pizza. And if any of you don't know what pizza is, it's that round crust thingy. I know some people say square, but it's supposed to be round crust. And it has tomato sauce and cheese, or it can have barbecue. I love that, but...
Best is with Alfredo sauce, though.
Oh, I'm going to have to split with you there. I don't like Alfredo sauce.
Oh, that's what I get from Domino's when I order from there.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person, if you ask me, you want to have filet mignon steak or pizza, I'm going to be like, give me pizza. Give me pizza. Not 5 meat, though. I'm good at 4 meat. Beef is too much. But yeah, pizza is pizza.
Never go wrong with pizza.
We had pizza for Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, we had pizza and wings.
Yeah, there we go. My mom's coworker brought in like 50 wings.
Oh, wow.
And that's a night shift.
Whew. I'm actually going with my brother to a specific place that has 25-cent wings tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes, they have an amazing sauce called Wookiee sauce, and it's pretty much, it's blue cheese and their mild sauce mixed together, and it is incredible.
Is that your favorite kind of sauce?
It is. I had it one time before, but...
I'm actually curious about that now. I don't have wings a heck of a lot because, well, A, I'm kind of weird. I don't like getting my hands sticky. And B, teeth. Yeah, especially recently. So one more turn, we're gonna be done. I don't want to be limited to one kind of pizza, but if I had to pick, it would have to be some form of barbecue pizza.
As long as it's not the Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
League against Hawaiian pizza. Sorry, people who like Hawaiian pizza. I know any of you, if you're seeing this, you're going to unsubscribe, but...
Sorry. It does not belong. I'm pretty sure Gordon Ramsay himself said that it's not acceptable.
Well, see, I can tolerate it, but I don't like it, per se.
See, I like pineapple and I like pizza, but I don't like pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of pineapple to begin with. Certain things, like of the lifesavers, give me watermelon. I'll avoid the pineapple if I can.
I always go for the green one.
Yeah, the
Is it
watermelon's
lime?
green, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was lime. I could be wrong.
I think it's watermelon, yeah.
Okay. I haven't had them in a while.
And the purple's not grape, which is odd. Anyway, that's level 20. We're done with Candy Factory. Food, yeah, just food. Okay, so let's see. I have to come up with a name for this episode. I'm going to watch it back. I'll send it to you, I guess, via private upload and other things. But yeah, this has been really enjoyable. I hope you loved this video. This is the first 20 levels, the first 2 episodes of Candy Crush Saga, as much as a tutorial as can be fit in with just some pure fun. So thanks so much for being with. I hope you can be for further episodes of this series. And I'm going to turn the phone back so you can hear me again. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you'd like to see more fun and serious, don't forget to subscribe. Like I say, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone.